Hello everyone, and welcome back to Dark Souls 3. I can't really hear anything. Oh, there we go. I couldn't hear anything because my volume was all the way down. But last time we left off, well, I talked about something. That's as much as I can recall. And we are now in the Road of Sacrifices, I think. I don't know, the Swamp Forest where the Watchdogs are just aplenty here. Because the Watchdogs tend to invade you a lot. And I actually get invaded in this video, so you have that to look forward to. I would have won if the guy hadn't healed himself, but, you know, whatever. We didn't do, like, the honorable battle thing, where we now have to fight honorably. Which is stupid in my opinion, because, like, since when was that a rule? But, whatever. Had a guy bitch me out in Dark Souls 2, because he's like, how the fuck could you bow and drink your Estus? Like, what kind of a man are you? I'm like, what are you talking about? I hardly PvP. And he's like, oh, obviously a Dark Souls player would know that whenever you bow, you can't use your Estus whatsoever. Not only that, but you have to fight honorably. I'm like, how is there fighting honorably in a game? But I mean, whatever. I'm just being a bitch, honestly. It was a good fight and all, and I still lost, I think. I don't know, this was like a year ago at most, but it was whenever I was playing Dark Souls 2, and I don't get what's the big deal about Dark Souls 2. I like that game, but everyone else is like, that game is a piece of shit. Like, I like it, just because it was better than Dark Souls 1. I mean, Dark Souls 1 is pretty good and such, but like, I played Dark Souls 2 a lot more than Dark Souls 1. It's the one where I at least got to do more than, I did more gameplays on it, like, New Game Plus 4 and whatnot. I think I'm in New Game Plus 3 right now, but I haven't played it since because I actually wanted to wanted to record it in New Game Plus 3, but whenever I realized I got the wrong, what is it? I got the wrong capture card. Then I realized I fucked up. So I was just like, you know what, fuck it. And how was that guy able to parry? What type of sword is he using too? That's a really big sword. But yeah, PvP is weird because of the lag they have in this game. Like you see, I would have won there if I had gotten a hit on him. But yeah, it is what it is. It was still a good fight, honestly. Honestly, I got invaded way more in Dark Souls 3 than in any other Dark Souls game because finding people online is a pain. The online system for Dark Souls is a joke. Like in this one, at least you get invaded regularly, unlike in Dark Souls 1 or 2. It's just that, like, you get invaded every few weeks. And then whenever you try to find people, the only way you can find people is, like, you have to just spend hours or minutes or hours in one area trying to, like, find their summon sign. All the while, you're also getting invaded by other people. And it's just ridiculous, because, like, you're wasting so much time trying to find your friend's symbol or call sign, whatever the fuck, and you can't find it because the game is like, here's a guy who's in the similar spot you are in. Is this him? And you just have to wait for that sign to disappear and someone else summon them, and then you just have to keep waiting. And during the process of all that, your friend could be possibly summoned by someone else. And then you have to back out of that, and then you just have to keep waiting, and so everything just resets. It's a stupid waiting list. It's like, it's a joke, honestly. And it's not fun at all. In Dark Souls 2, they made it slightly easier by giving you this item, this ring that you engrave a god into. You engrave the name of a god into. And whatever covenant you're in, if you engrave the ring with that covenant, you'll be able to find people within the same covenant a lot more easier. And that was the only way I was able to be summoned by others. Was just by joining the same covenant and then leaving my call sign along with the ring that lets me join quicker. I mean, that was the only time I ever got summoned. And trust me, it was a major pain. And I rarely summon others too, just because like half the time I summon people, I normally die pretty quickly because whenever you summon people for a boss, because that's what I normally do, I summon people for a boss. Because some bosses are too much for me, and others are just like meh. But some bosses are tougher for me, so I need help. I need help along the way. But the problem is with bringing help is that the bosses get stronger. Their defense doubles, I think, and so does their attack. It's just to make it fair for you guys, because if, say, you fight the first boss and it's just the two of you, and that boss is normally for like a one player only boss. Well, if you have two people with you, the boss is kind of at a disadvantage. So like to make it fair for at least the boss and you guys to give you a decent challenge, the game will make the boss stronger. Stronger attacks, defense, and all of that. And maybe a smarter AI, I'm not sure. Oh, sorry. But that's just how it is because the game wants it to be fair. It's not like, it's not gonna hold your hand or anything and be like, oh, you brought some help. Well, we're not gonna make this boss stronger or anything. We're just gonna make him the same thing as he is. And I take a bow because there's a Black Knight right there, and I remembered in college that someone was fighting this guy and he was very underranked. So one hit and he was already at 25% health at most. And whenever he was fighting him, he did decent damage and stuff, but like the knight did a lot more damage. And so at the end, once he died by him, I was like, you need to be a lot stronger to face a Black Knight, because you're not going to do shit at your level. And everyone looked at me like, this guy knows his shit. Because I was like one of the few people who played Dark Souls a lot, and so I was just like, yeah, you're not going to do shit at your level. You need to. He was like at least 20-something at most. I don't know how he got to this part, but it was pretty impressive, but like, yeah, he was pretty underranked. But at the same time, he made it pretty far with this enemy. He at least got down to maybe just a smidge of his health, and he would have made it if he had like one more Estus use and better dodging. But other than that, he did pretty well. But like I told him, you need to be a lot stronger if you want to face up against a Black Knight. Because Black Knights are no joke in the game. You can see how much damage this guy does to me? He needs to heal. And I'm thinking Black Knights respawn. I'm not sure. Okay, yeah, because I did kill this guy, but I come back here in the later on, like 6 to 7 videos from now, and he's back. So it looks like these guys actually respawn. So that's nice. So that means I can grind him for items, along with the Dark Knights, because I found some Dark Knights, which are by far pretty strong, honestly. But yeah, I didn't know I didn't know those enemies respawn. I guess they want to make grinding for items easier because in Dark Souls 1, those enemies are around the Black Knights, but they're only around in one area, and once you kill them, they're gone for the rest of the game until you do New Game Plus. And that's fine and all, they present a good challenge, but at the same time, they're also have a very rare chance of dropping items. I mean, the first time I ever killed a Black Knight, I got a Black Knight Greatsword, and that helped me throughout the whole game. Like, I was able to beat the whole game with that Black Knight Greatsword. And it wasn't the Ultra Greatsword, it was just a Greatsword. And it helped so much. It got me through the game, and it just did so much damage. And then I got the Gravelord Sword, and everything went well. But yeah, it's nice that like they actually respawn because it makes it easier to get items off of them. Because now I probably have a chance of getting that Greatsword from him. The Ultra Greatsword, I mean. That weapon he's using is an Ultra Greatsword. I'm pretty sure that's obvious. But yeah. So far just testing out this double weapon because they've improved the combos for the dual swords now. which is nice because in the other Dark Souls games, you know, it's just that like you can do so much more with your right arm, but then like whenever you use your left arm to attack, it's just, you know, a swing, nothing important. And then there's a weird glitch where like if you try to do a strong attack, your character is just like, I don't know what to do with this, and his arm goes in circles. I don't know, it's weird, but it's also hilarious. But yeah. Sorry if I'm yawning a lot. I mean, I just woke up from a nap and I should be more energized. But take in mind, I'm kind of lazy sometimes. So, it is what it is. Finally we got the Fallen Knight armor. This is the armor that I start wearing throughout the game because I really like the look of it. You look like that one guy off of Star Wars, the new one, The Force Awakens, the guy with the new Sith, I guess. And also, it makes me think of my character. It looks like armor my character would totally wear. And now, like, I'm starting to change up his armor because it's really complicated to explain. It's like, I don't know what it's called exactly, but I call it auto armor. And by that I mean, it comes on its own. Like, you know Iron Man's armor? You know, like it just comes on its own in the animated series, where like he puts on that backpack and his suit just starts coming over him. That's what I mean. Like, that's what my character's armor did, but like now trying to explain what that armor is super complicated. Like, even now I had a hard time explaining it, so now I'm just gonna have his armor, like, you know, appear on him because it responds to magic. And the armor is like any other armor, it's like made out of steel and iron. But what makes it powerful is it's able to how do I explain it? It's able to coincide with the wearer's magic, because everyone in the story has magic, but it's only a few can tap into it. Like, everyone can use their magic, but if they decide to study it. So with the armor, it coincides with their magic, meaning their armor is as strong as their magic. And whenever their magic starts running low, their armor slowly returns to normal durability. So, say if they're fighting a dragon, so they need pretty good magic to keep their armor up. But if they start running into a pickle where like they just start getting overrun by dragons, their armor's gonna break pretty easily. And I don't know if no, okay. I was like, do I kill this guy? And that just answered my question. But yeah, that's how the armor is gonna work in my stories, where if my character's magic is up to strength, then his armor will be almost unbreakable unless he fights an enemy called a nullifier, which is someone who nullifies magic, meaning they zap magic out of people. Or they neutralize it. Yeah, that's what it means. They neutralize it. And they're no stronger than like the average man, but since they're able to neutralize magic, the only thing that makes them a major problem is whenever you have a bunch on it, because now you're back to regular strength and you have all these nullifiers with you. Because nullifiers don't like travel alone. I just done it. Yeah, that was a fail on my part, but nullifiers travel in packs. They don't travel alone because they're as strong as like the trained man can be, but whenever your magic is zapped away, you no longer have the magic to boost your attacks or anything. You're just back at normal strength. And unless you have like unless you have an ability that increases your strength naturally, you're gonna have trouble. And unless your magic is greater than the nullifier's, then you're still gonna have trouble. Because if your magic is greater than the nullifier's, then you can overpower them. And like, you know, and negate their power to neutralize your power. I don't know, I'm still figuring it out. But anyway, it looks like we're nearing the end of the video, everyone. So leave like a comment if you enjoyed this video, subscribe to my channel to grow, and in the next video we're gonna make another attempt to fight those two guys, and hopefully we'll win. So until then, I will see you all later.